Hey everyone, Matt and Lizzie here. We are finally bringing you another real estate update. It's been several months at least, maybe 6 months. I don't know. It's been a while. Lots of stuff has been happening, but we've been pretty busy with our now 8-month-old son, our first kid. He's great, but he's also a lot of work. So that's part of why there haven't been as many updates as usual, but things have been happening. We can start with the Kittrell duplex. It's been running pretty smoothly. We finished fixing everything that had been found as a problem on the initial home inspection. So all that's done. We had that one HVAC unit break, and that cost $4,500 to replace. We could have just fixed it, but the existing unit was 20 years old, so we figured it would be better to just replace it. So that was a hit. We ended up putting that on the HELOC instead of paying cash for it. So it increased the monthly payment that we have for that a little bit, but not bad. And as of last month, we're in September now. Mm-hmm. As of August, the Kittrell duplex is now turning a profit, so that's cool. We got our first payment. We were filling up a $2,000 buffer account, which our property manager uses to pay for expenses and like little things that might break. So we got all that filled up after all the expenses for the home inspection repairs, and we got our first transfer into our account, which is pure profit. So that was cool to see. And that's Kittrell, I think. Am I missing anything?
Well, we did have that little stove incident.
Oh, yes. You wanna?
Apparently there was a little grease fire in the stove.
Yeah.
On the stove top, so he grabbed the burner and threw it on the floor, and we have this little burned design on the floor now. But
yes.
But he doesn't care, so we're gonna wait until he moves out to fix that. So.
Yeah, because we'd have to replace the entire floor right now, and it would not be worth it, most likely.
Especially since that was not the best way to deal with that fire.
Right. For future reference, if your stove catches on fire and you pull the electric element off, maybe throw it in the sink.
Yeah.
If you have like a stainless steel sink. Something like that. Just a thought. Anyway, we ended up replacing the stove too, because I guess there was some question about what had caused the fire. Based on the photos, it looked like it just hadn't been cleaned. So, but whatever. Who cares? Yeah, so that was Kittrell. So then the Franklinton duplex, we had wrapped up the refurb on the one side, the one unit, and the tenants moved in. So we were able to more than double the rent on that side after investing just under $30,000 on the rehab, which basically involved stripping everything down to the studs and putting all new stuff in. So new electrical, new plumbing, new drywall, new paint, new cabinets.
New flooring.
Flooring, yes. New appliances, new siding on the outside. Mm-hmm. So pretty much everything was new. And that cost right around $29,000. And the majority of that was rolled into the HELOC. So we didn't pay cash for any of that. Yeah, so that's done on that side. And we just learned today that on the other side, those tenants, their lease is up next month actually, and that side is there's lots of problems on that side. The floor is rotting. We knew it was rotting in the bathroom, and now apparently we've been told it's rotting in the kitchen too. One of our workers was in there and told us this, because the tenants themselves haven't complained. Like, their only complaints have been a leaky faucet and the porch, like the concrete was chipped or something. Which we fixed, but
they don't care that the floor in their kitchen and bathroom could fall out from under them at any moment.
Apparently not. So that's obviously a safety hazard that we want to address, and we wanted to redo that side anyway. So we're considering, once their lease is up, just taking 4 months redoing that side the same way we did the first side. Hopefully it'll be faster and cheaper this time, but we're kind of preparing for it to be just as expensive and just as long as last time. It took 4 or 5 months for the first side to get the refurb done, or rehab, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so that's happening. I've still been trying to get that duplex refinanced, and the problem with that is, since we have 2 other trailers on the lot, the bank doesn't really like that there's more than one structure on the lot. They want to only refinance one structure. So we've been trying to subdivide into 3 lots, because like we mentioned before, our future plan is to get rid of the 2 mobile homes and put in 2 more duplexes. And so our surveyor is working on that right now. We had some initial trouble with the sewer main. Apparently there's a really old sewer main running right through the middle of the lot, and there's no right-of-way there now. There's no easement. But in order to subdivide, the town would basically, or the county rather, would want an easement put in, which would make it really hard for us to put 2 more duplexes in there. So we went back and forth with the county for a while, and the latest there is that they're willing to actually tie everything into the sewer main that runs along the road, which makes sense. I don't know why everything wasn't tied into that sewer main anyway. It's like a newer main. But that being done, we should be able to subdivide the lots with no problem. We should be able to finish refinancing the duplex on the front. We'll probably have to delay that until the rehab is done now, because I definitely want to refinance after those improvements have been made, not before, to try to recapture as much of the value as possible. And what else?
Just the eviction of the
Yes,
trailer
one
guy,
of
right?
one of the tenants in the trailers has not been paying rent for several months. So, and has been wanting like fix up done to the trailer, which we can't do. The trailer is really old. It probably just needs to go. So that's the plan. Our property manager is doing an eviction, which, you know, I mean, we would have been fine letting him stay there as long as he wanted, as long as he kept the rent was really cheap. It was like $200 a month to stay in this trailer. So, but you know, it's sad because we don't like kicking people out, but at the same time, like, it's not a charity, and him being there is preventing us from doing things we want to with the lot. And if he's not willing to pay,
and asking for repairs on top of not paying.
yeah, I don't know what else we can do. So that'll be done, and I don't know, who do you call it to throw away a trailer? We'll have to figure that one out. But
someone to haul away some trash.
yeah.
A large heap of trash.
Anyway, once that's done, we'll have more room to start building another duplex. If we can scrape together the financing will be a problem, because we're almost maxed out on our HELOC now. We have like 15 grand left available there, and that's all going to go to rehabbing the second side of the duplex. So we're going to need at least another 15 grand. Worst case, another 15 grand, hopefully less. So we'll either just have to find that cash somewhere, or get another loan. I don't know. We'll have to do some thinking about that. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that brings you up to date. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or criticism, you know, anything, just put it in the comments. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you would like to get more updates as we continue experimenting with real estate. Yeah, thank you for watching.